Have you ever noticed something your dog does almost every day, yet you probably never stop to question? When your dog has an entire room to choose from, they don't always curl up at your feet. They don't usually sit directly in front of you, and they don't constantly demand your attention. Instead, they quietly walk over, turn around once, and settle right beside you. It's such an ordinary moment that most of us barely notice it. But according to canine behavior experts, that simple choice may reveal one of the strongest signs of trust a dog can give. In the world of dogs, where they choose to place their body is rarely random. It reflects how safe they feel, how connected they believe they are, and who they consider family. Today, we're exploring the fascinating psychology behind one of the most overlooked behaviors dogs show every single day. By the end of this video, you may never look at that quiet moment beside you in quite the same way again. Welcome to Canine Fellow. Here, we explore the hidden emotional world of dogs, the subtle body language, quiet decisions, and everyday behaviors that reveal what our companions are feeling long before they ever bark or wag their tails. Dogs don't express emotions with words. They communicate through movement, posture, distance, and choice. Sometimes the smallest decisions tell the biggest stories, and one of those decisions is the place they choose to sit. Before we begin, we'd love to hear about your best friend. Does your dog usually sit beside you, curl up at your feet, or prefer somewhere completely different? Tell us in the comments below. We read every story, and your experiences inspire future videos. Now, let's discover why so many dogs quietly choose the space right beside the people they love. The meaning of sitting side by side. For people, facing someone directly feels natural. When we want to show attention, we make eye contact and sit across from each other. We associate facing someone with respect and engagement. Dogs, however, see social space very differently. In the canine world, approaching another dog head-on can create uncertainty. Two unfamiliar dogs meeting face-to-face often slow down, look away, curve their bodies, or approach from the side. These subtle adjustments aren't signs of weakness. They're signs of politeness. Dogs instinctively understand that direct frontal positions can create tension. Standing nose-to-nose leaves little room for error. Every movement becomes noticeable, and every glance carries weight. Side-by-side positions are completely different. They communicate comfort, peace, and shared space. Neither dog is challenging the other, and neither feels the need to defend themselves. Instead, they are quietly acknowledging that they trust each other's presence. When your dog chooses to sit beside you, they are extending that same social language to your relationship. They aren't asking for anything or testing you. They're simply choosing to exist peacefully in your company. In the language of dogs, that is a remarkably meaningful gesture. A position built on quiet trust. Trust rarely appears overnight. For dogs, it develops through hundreds of ordinary moments. The morning walks, the evenings when you return home, and the gentle voice that comforts them during a thunderstorm. Little by little, these routines teach a dog something important. This person is safe. As that trust grows, many dogs begin choosing physical closeness, not out of fear, but because your presence itself is comforting. Notice how many dogs don't climb into your lap or constantly demand affection. Instead, they settle quietly beside you, close enough to feel connected, yet far enough to remain relaxed. From this position, your dog can still observe the room, listen to distant sounds, and watch the doorway. At the same time, they remain within the reassuring presence of someone they trust. It is a perfect balance between environmental awareness and companionship. Many behaviorists believe this relaxed proximity reflects true emotional security. The dog doesn't need constant reassurance because they've already found it right there beside them. Not every expression of love is loud. Sometimes trust is measured in silence and by how comfortably two beings can simply share the same space. There's another beautiful reason dogs choose this position. When two individuals sit side by side, they're no longer focused on each other. Instead, they're focused on the world together. Imagine sitting on a park bench beside a close friend. You don't need to fill every second with conversation. Sometimes you simply watch the sunset or enjoy the silence. The comfort comes from sharing the moment. Dogs experience something surprisingly similar. When they sit beside you, they're joining you as a companion rather than treating you as the center of attention. Both of you face the same direction, experiencing the same environment. You aren't examining one another. You are experiencing life together. This shared orientation quietly strengthens your relationship over time. Without realizing it, your dog may be thinking less about watching you and more about just being with you. Emotional safety through quiet presence. One of the most remarkable things about dogs is that they don't always need active interaction to feel connected. Humans often assume affection must be active, expressed through petting, playing, or talking. Dogs certainly enjoy those moments, but some of their deepest feelings are expressed much more quietly. Simply being near someone they trust is enough. When your dog settles beside you, they may not want a toy, a treat, or even a scratch behind the ears. Instead, they're choosing something simpler, your presence. As they rest beside you, they hear your breathing and notice the small shifts in your body. They recognize the familiar rhythm of your voice and the subtle sounds you make without realizing it. To us, these details seem ordinary. To a dog, they are reassuring anchors. Over thousands of years living alongside humans, dogs have become remarkably sensitive to our daily patterns. The sound of a chair moving, a page turning, or the tapping of fingers on a keyboard tells your dog that everything is normal. Danger is absent, and life is exactly as it should be. Your calm presence helps regulate their emotions. Scientists refer to this as social buffering, the calming effect a trusted companion has during everyday life. It is a core reason why dogs and humans form such extraordinary bonds. Sometimes, comfort isn't something we actively give. It is something our presence quietly becomes. The quiet language of belonging. The strongest friendships thrive in comfortable silence. Dogs understand this naturally. When your dog chooses to lie beside you after a long walk, leans against your leg while you're cooking, or curls up next to your chair while you work, they aren't asking you to notice them. They are simply choosing you. That choice is repeated hundreds of times throughout a dog's life. These small, ordinary moments build the emotional connection we share. Without realizing it, we recognize what our dogs are saying. I feel safe here. I am happy sharing this moment with you. Long after the games have ended, the walks are over, and the house has fallen silent. Your dog makes one final choice before closing their eyes. They come and sit beside you, not because they have to, but because in their world that is where they belong. And that is the most beautiful compliment a dog can ever give. Before we finish, we want to hear about your own companion. Does your dog always choose to sit beside you? Or do they have another favorite spot? Share your story in the comments below. If you enjoyed discovering the hidden meaning behind this behavior, don't forget to subscribe to Canine Fellow. Every week, we explore the fascinating psychology, emotions, and quiet intelligence of our canine friends. If this video helped you see your best friend in a new way, give it a like and share it with a fellow dog lover. Until next time, spend a few extra moments with your dog today. Sit beside them and share the silence. Because sometimes, the most meaningful conversations are the ones where neither of you says a single word. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode of Canine Fellow.